everybody, it's Saskia here again, and I'm really excited to share with you my second process video. I'm just excited that I was able to actually get a video done again so quickly. I wasn't sure if this was something I would be able to do. And I'm working right here on a layout that I made for the Memory Nest Make It Monday. And it's going to be a page about my daughter climbing a tree in our backyard. We have this tree and she just loves to climb it. I don't think it's really the best tree for climbing. I'm afraid the branches are going to break, but she's still pretty small and light, so we let her climb a little bit. So this paper I decided to use is this nice, pretty pink paper that has this cool, tree pattern on it, which I thought was very fitting for a tree climbing page. And then I've got the little dandelions in the background on that paper that I love. I had to use that up. So what I'm doing is I'm basing this page off of a sketch. And where they wanted two big photos, but I played a little bit beforehand with my photos and decided to go with one big black and white and then one small color. Mostly because the pinky purple in my daughter's dress was really, really crazy. So I knew one of them had to be black and white, and this is what I ended up doing. So now I'm just picking out some fun papers, some more bright, happy colors. Since I do have the big black and white photo, I can play a lot more colors, and I'm deciding, do I want the striped paper with the big one, do I want the small one? And I really liked how the small photo worked with those splatchy papers, so I'm going to end up using it for the little photo and not the big photo. And what you also see is this arrow transparency, and I want to do with this page is I want to make it like a little bit of a see-through part. It makes for such a fun effect through the scrapbook. My daughter loves the interactive pages, so I really wanted to make sure I have different things for her to kind of see and play with, and to have something kind of peeking through. It's kind of a cool effect. It's a little on the busy side, but it looks really neat in her album once I put this page in her album, so I'm pretty excited that I did it. Of course, when I make a back page to it, I'll really have to be super careful on how I do that so I still have a hole, and I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to totally work that out yet, but I've got time. Or maybe I'll just make it a white page with a little square rectangle cut in the back and just let it be too. I'm totally fine with that. Will be plenty of room in the scrapbook. So let's see what I'm up to. I've cut my papers out now. I'm starting to put the photos down. And I fiddle so much. I never realized how much I talk to myself, I point to things. It makes me laugh to see my own scrapbooking process. Oh, if only I could just be like, bam, do it. It'd be so much easier, but I always debate and debate. So now I'm looking at this paper, and above the arrows there's different little words like adventure and discover, explore. So I picked up this one section where I really liked the 3 words. And I wanted to really show those 3 words, and in the end I think only one of them actually ends up being see-through. I think maybe it's discover. I think explore gets covered up, and adventure gets covered up. And the whole reason why I picked this paper over a cloud one that you may have saw in the beginning real quick was because of those words, and I never even end up seeing them. But that's okay, because it's still a fun page. It's still cute. It still captures what I wanted it to. And so, there I go, just filling more. I probably should have edited a little bit more of my talking to myself and debating back and forth, but it's really something that I do, and I'm hoping other people do this too. Now, this tag I'm using, I had just grabbed kind of to base off the size that I wanted it to be. And in the end, I actually decide, I'll use this tag, and then I decide, the tag actually has a yellow color to it, and I really wanted it to be white, so then I make my own tag. That's not until way, way later on in this video. So there I go, cutting the paper, and I really prefer just to cut my rectangles out with my scissors, but I don't always get the straightest of lines, so depending on what the pattern is, if I can guide myself really easily, I'll just use my scissors. And so there I'm going to play. I'm going to put a tag down. I really wanted to bring in more purple on this layout because there is no purple in the rainbow papers, and I really feel like you have to have purple for your rainbow. So I'm going to throw that purple paper in there with utter determination. Like I said, I'm totally on this purple kick still. And it bugs me that no one has purple in their rainbow papers right now. It really, really drives me crazy. I feel like it's just missing so much. So I'm just cutting, making it smaller. And I have to apologize, since there's going to be a lot of cutting things off. I'm holding it close to my face, but also there's the wall right there. So I have to move over a bit, otherwise my arm hits the wall and I will have an even worse time cutting things in a remotely neat fashion. So I threw a frame down there. Oh, did I sew already? I'm going to sew that transparency on in a minute. And actually, I was working on this layout at night. And then I think I sewed it and decided, oh, I'll get back to this in the morning. So I think when it'll come back, it'll be morning in a minute. But you won't really notice too much. I go smacking that down on there. Tape that on there. I really liked that back side of that paper. So hopefully I can still use that little extra bit I had on there, because it's just so cute. I'll probably use it for like a project life though. Might be a little too busy for my normal scrapbook pages. So now, oh, there's my head. My crazy frizzy hair. Yeah, I'm just drawing so I know where to cut through the layers. I knew I couldn't cut through everything all at one time, but I'm hoping that I could cut through like the pink layer and the dandelion paper at the same time, but my cutter still, it wasn't strong enough to be able to go through both layers. One of the papers was thick, and I think it was the dandelion paper was just too thick for my cutter to go through both. Like I said, I needed to do a new blade in that, and I haven't at all. You can see the paper kind of stuck because the adhesive kind of went over there, so it kind of stuck to the other paper. And I actually liked how that looked through the dandelion paper, and I debated, well, maybe I won't cut it all the way through. But then I was like, I'll lose the overall effect that I really wanted to make for this page. And I was like, I just gotta go for it, so I did. There's no turning back now, the hole is there. So I have to trim it a little bit because my cutting was a little on the wonky side. And there we go. And I'll just put my picture down. And I really liked how the top part of this page turned out. I'm really super happy. The bottom half of the page, I don't know, it still feels a little off to me. But you can see there was the cool transparency. But I don't know if there's really much I could have fixed with it. Maybe if I had let this layout sit on my desk for like a week, I would have come up with something different. But I really wanted to get this page done over the course of a day, over a course of 24 hours, I'll put it that way, and not over a week. Because I'm trying to get a lot more layouts done. That's the hardest thing, is juggling with two kids, getting pages done for both of them. I feel like they have a huge gap of, in 2014, I have like no layouts done for them. And here I am already working on another page for 2015. I definitely have to go back and do a lot more pages for 2014 because they're albums that have like so few layouts in them. So this tag, I debated, do I put the tag above the colored paper, do I do it below? Because I really like those pink blobs on that paper. But I liked the tag on the frame better. So, because I wanted to put my journaling on. Originally I was going to put my journaling on the tag itself. And I knew there was a lot I wanted to say, so I knew I had to have a big space, big room, because I I don't have the tiniest of handwriting. My handwriting is relatively big. I mean, I could make it smaller, but I don't know, I wanted it to be comfortable with my writing. So there's my little purple paper. I'm just going to cut it, and because I kind of glued that one piece down, I had to cut around it a bit. But that was okay, because then it gave me a little extra purple for the bottom, so I could get that in. I think there's the little purple part to tie it in. I think my hands were sticky with the tape or something. So now I had these cool clouds. I have that wood veneer cloud, but then I have like these, resin clouds maybe, and I really wanted to use that pink sparkly one. I thought it would be such a great thing for the page, but the pink was so different than the frame, and I like my colors to be of the same strength, so I end up getting rid of that, and then the white one will end up going away too, because I feel there's too much white with the big white tag. Oh, I'm already putting my title on. That's something, usually I wait till the very end to put, see the wall's getting in my way. I usually wait till the very end to do my titles on my pages, but with the clear part of this page, I knew I needed to get my title down a little bit sooner so I could think about it more. And I have somewhere a nice clear ruler that I absolutely love, and I have no idea where it disappeared to, and I'm hoping it turns up again because I really liked that ruler. It makes, for when you're kind of filling like this, it makes it so much easier to kind of see. But I don't know what happened to it, so the metal ruler it is. Oh, there's my head again. I had a hard time getting these guys to stick the way I wanted them to. And I knew with these particular foamy alphabet stickers, once they go down on the page, they are down. There's no really wiggling them at all, which made it a little extra stressful. See, now the tree is going to cover up that one word on the arrows, and I'm going to be so bummed, but it is what it is. So I got my title down, Tree Climber, and that's stuck. And my page was sticking a little bit from some adhesive somewhere. Oh, that little, I had bought that particular sheet. I don't even remember who made that anymore, but it was from a summer collection maybe last year, or it could even be 2 years ago now. I don't really remember. But I really like it, and I keep trying to put it on so many different pages, and it just hasn't happened yet. Maybe someday I'll get it on a page because I like it so much. But I decided it was a bit too busy. So all those little doodads, I'm just going to take them away and start afresh in a minute or so. I find something else on my desk that I like better. Oh yeah, oh see, I see that. There's a pink cloud sticker on there, and it's pretty close to the pink on the frame, and I'm going to be really determined to use it. But you're going to see me move it all around the page. See, I liked it in the top photo up there, but there wasn't really enough room, and I really wanted to do, that space really bugs me where I keep trying to put that cloud. It needs something, and I'm going to have the hardest time trying to find something for it. And I end up really liking the cloud up there. See, I keep playing different clouds, but it's going to find its way in that top corner because I'm just going to be so happy with it there. Let's see. I'm thinking. I'm looking for something to fill that space with. I think about some phrases for a bit. Think about some flag stickers. Oh, and I found those photo corners on that page, and I'm like, I'm going to use them. I just stick them down. I think later on I find some yellow photo corners on a sticker sheet, and I'm like, oh, those would have been really great, but these are already down. And I do like the little bit of the blue in there. See, now I'm talking to myself. I do so much of that. trying to find things. I did a lot of, I'm going to take this off, stick it, nope, not going to stick it on there. I keep changing my mind a lot on this layout with stickers. But I have so many that have to be used up. I liked that arrow there, but I liked that arrow. Now I was trying to figure, where does that go? Originally I was going to have it up in that corner, but I think the photo corner, that little heart ended up being too much. I liked some of the stickers on that one sheet, but they were printed kind of funny, and they got cut strange, so they were off. It chopped a lot of the letters off. I'm kind of bummed about that one. Like, it didn't all get, I had to hand cut some of the stuff out of that sheet. I was a little bummed about that, but I really liked those flags. I liked the colors, and it was the same as that one paper. Oh, see, I changed my mind. Because that corner really bugged me, so I think I just stick those letters down, and it is what it is to help fill it up. I'm not exactly sure I'm 100% happy with sticking those there. I probably could have found something better, but it wasn't going to happen. So now I'm going to stamp on this tag, and it's just like some random words. Just because the tag ended up being so white, I needed something on there, and this is what I had handy. I'm not really into stamping all that much. I only have a few stamps, but the few stamps I have are stamps I use a lot. I really like the word stamps and the music note stamps, and then a few kind of random dot stamps. I pretty much use those ones the most. And my page is really coming together quickly. I don't feel like I normally put them together this quick. And I had a journaling card. I decided, since I covered up the tag and I was originally going to write on there, I needed a card to write on, so I just kind of grabbed one that I had handy, and I'm like, that one works. And I'm just trying to clear up this wood veneer. I used the tape runner, and it makes kind of a spider webbiness on the back, and I had to kind of poke through it and clean it up a bit, but they stick on well. So now I'm going to go and I'm going to play with a whole bunch of different flares, and I liked a lot of them. That blue one added a lot of color to it, and the one that's next to tree right now is a white button with like a wood grain on it and a little heart, and I really liked that one. But I also really liked the acorn, and my daughter's going to come along around now, and I'm going to ask her, hey, which one do you like better? Do you like that one, or do you like the acorn? And I think her hand might pop in, and she's going to say she likes the acorn better. And since it's a page for her, I decided I'll let her pick which one she wants. And it's fun to incorporate her into some decisions of hers and onto the pages that I make. She makes her own pages too, but they are crazy, very crazy, colorful pictures. She likes to have color on the pictures, and it makes for kind of a mess. So I'm kind of hoping we go into another phase again where we have some more subtle pages that don't just look like we glued everything that was in reach onto a page, because that's pretty much just what's happening right now. So now I'm writing my journaling. Oh, and I wish I could read what I was writing. It looks like I wrote, "It doesn't take long for you to climb the tree." Something along those lines. And I write about how it makes me nervous that she climbs this tree, because it does. I was never much of a tree climber, and she just goes right on up. She has no fear of heights whatsoever. It's kind of amazing, because my husband is totally afraid of the heights too, so I don't know where she gets the fearlessness from. So I'm going to stick that down. I was definitely going more for the nature theme with the embellishments I was picking out. Just playing around with more stickers. I wanted to write use more like love stickers and growing stickers, but I really ended up sticking to the nature ones. I find on that particular sheet that I'm holding, there's going to be some words on there, and one of them is going to be like a tree climber or a climb a tree or something like that, and I'm going to be like, perfect, I have to use that. And then there's another one's like wild and free, and somehow make like a little mini poem out of 3 of the stickers. So I was pretty pumped for that. That type of thing doesn't normally happen with me. I have a hard time using those phrase stickers. I find them to be a bit too, I don't know, too overused phrases, too cliche. I don't know. Usually not a fan of the words. I prefer the pictures and the patterns and things instead. That one says beautiful. And I was like, well, I think my daughter is beautiful. I think that she's a little bit more of an adventurer. Crazy. Her hair is kind of a little bit wild and crazy going in the wind, so I thought I needed something a little bit different. Oh, see, there goes the tree climber sticker. I was really happy with it. It filled up that space that was bugging me over there, so I was really, really happy with that. But I'm still going to be like, it needs something more. So there's some enamel dots that I'm going to kind of randomly stick out on my page. There's so many good places on this layout to put enamel dots. I'm going to stick some on the fun. Bring in some orange. I love orange. I love all the colors of the rainbow, but do really, really like orange. It's not my favorite color though. Yellow is my favorite. See, I'm hunting for something in that lower corner, and I decided that was too light. Whatever it was, I think it had some stars on it, and there's really no other stars on this page. I think I end up going with a feather, because the feather had the dark color, the same dark color around the photo corners, so that's what's going to win. So I could bring in that same blue more than once. That blue sticker just wasn't happy with. Yep, there goes the feather. Kind of fiddle a bit with how I'm going to get this on. I thought it would have been neat to actually have done some hand sewing, but I knew I didn't have enough time to hand sew a feather on, so I was like, the sticker, I'm going to make it work. I really wanted to use the arrow too, but I already had an arrow on the page, so I'm going to end up ditching it. And my video is going to kind of run a little short. I ran out of some space, but this is pretty much what my layout ends up looking like. I think you just missed me putting on a few extra enamel dots. So I hope you guys really enjoyed watching this video again. I feel like it's gone by quickly, but it is a pretty long video. So thanks for watching, and I hope you'll enjoy a couple of the close-up shots that I got coming right up. Have a great day or night. Bye.